Hello, everyone, and today I'm giving you my review for the new anime movie Batman Ninja, which is the newest straight TV uh, DC animated movie with the character focusing on Batman, and of course being taken into the undertaken approach of an anime approach. And, I remember hearing about this from last year, and my mom was like, "Oh, cool! Another DC anime movie about Batman." It's like no big surprise. We have so many of them already. I personally kind of wish is like, can you do like another Green Lantern or Aquaman or Wonder Woman? It's like I understand Batman and Superman are two of the most popular and beloved characters, and they are my two all-time favorites as well. But at the very least, I wish they could do a little bit more diversity within the DC characters. Um, and at the very least, when you're talking about a Batman character, can you at least focus on more like others? Like one of the reasons why Under the Red Hood is one of my favorites is because it focuses on Nightwing and the Red Hood himself and the Joker. It knows how to focus on the side characters, and it knows how to leave Batman side of the picture. But besides all that, I remember last year when you were talking about this movie, and I'm like, great idea. Take the anime approach and you take into their swooping type of aerial type of great gothic look of the Batman type of Gotham look feel. And look into all that and they apply it to this movie. And in this movie, you get to see Batman doing one of his missions in the beginning, and somehow they kind of lure back into a time travel type of story, and it ends up putting Batman back in the classic feudal Japanese era of Batman they get within the classic era of like samurai and ninja and a bunch of other warriors like the Ming and others. But it takes on the characters from Batman's era, like the Penguin and Bane and Joker and Harley Quinn, and all this movie really does is something very smart I loved is it knew how to just focus on the story and the action and the characters. And that's where the strength of this movie really does lie. And that's the biggest strength of the movie, in my opinion. The anime is some of the best I've ever seen. And granted, I'm not the biggest anime person myself. Like, I have a lot of friends who do genuinely love anime. But I really do. Like, I've seen a small handful of anime films in my life, but this is one of the best, one of the most best looking. Like, not in terms of Christmas, but the way of speed and luxury and focus. It's just so well done, and I'm very impressed by it. I particularly love the look of I believe it was Catwoman, and the voice of Greg Delaunay for Catwoman is amazing. Everyone does a great vocal a great vocal performance in this movie. You got Tony Hale as a Joker. You got Roger Craig Smith as always as Batman. You got Tara Strong as Poison Ivy. You got other great voice actors in this movie, and they're all amazing. They're all great, and you kind of know from other stuff. And they deliver an A+ material. Like when I was hearing, I believe it was. I remember hearing of the voice of Catwoman, of the All-American one in this movie, and I'm like, that's good Delise. I know that voice anywhere. And of course you get Tony Hale, Roger Craig Smith, Tom Kenny, who voices Penguin in this, and a bunch of these great vocal actors in this movie. And again, it just knows how to simply just focus on the action and the spectacle of it, and knows that it's not trying to make another type of deep focusing story of Batman like Under the Red Hood or Mask of the Phantasm. It knows just to keep it simple, like Year One or anything else, or like the original '89 Batman. At the very least, it knew how to keep the story focused well in the center of it. It doesn't be anything more convoluted, anything down the road. It just keeps focus on what it needs to be on. And not to mention all of that, it's just beautiful to look at. Again, the anime is beautiful. It's incredible. I just can't stop praising the anime. And I love the visual speed of all the analytics and focus to it. It's just beautifully fast-paced and has a great fluidity and ferocity to the film. And it throws you into the era and it doesn't let you go to the end. And I love how it gets, because at any moment in the movie where it just slows down the pace, your mind kind of gears into the position of being like, okay, this is a ridiculous concept. But you still ultimately buy it because there's such a charm and there's such a craftsmanship and a brilliance to the skill of the film, of the animators here and the voice actors. They're all brilliant. Now, is this movie perfect in my mind? No. There's a couple of moments where the animation does shift, and I do think it kind of loses focus on the tonal change of those. It goes from classic chop-like anime to hand-drawn, swift Eastern Asian design, and I'm just going, why is that? Why do that? And it kind of shifts back, and I'm like, why that at all? At least, like, I know it's a side story and they're giving you another perspective, but that kind of confused me. And also, as fun and outlandish as it was, there's a few moments where everything just kind of went fucking AWOL and just threw everything to the wall. There's a point when Batman, in the first hour at least, goes up to this mansion about area of the Jokers, and all of a sudden it's like what's a big tremor or earthquake, and all of a sudden it just comes into this big robot thing, and I'm just going, okay, this is really fucking dumb. This is really out there, and I think this may cross a line of fond silliness to absolute absurdity. And for me, at least, I like it when you can base it in some degree of realism as out there as it can get. But as a whole, I really did find myself strongly enjoying Batman Ninja, and I thought it was a really solid another DC animated movie in my opinion. It may not be like the last few in my opinion haven't been that great. I don't care for Batman and Harley Quinn all that much, and the Killing Joke was just kind of a mixed bag for me. But for me, this is easily my favorite, probably since All-Star Superman. I really enjoyed it a lot, and yeah, that was great. It may not be one of the top 7 best DC animated movies out there, but it certainly earns a respect of being one of the best in recent years, in my mind. And yeah, it delivers on what it needs to be. It's fast paced, it's focused, it's cool, it's speed, it's animated focus. For the most part, it's really quite strong. And for me, I would definitely say it's a recommended must watch if you're into, again, the DC animated movies, if you're just into DC in general. Even if you're just into Batman or anime, I'd highly recommend it. It's not perfect. The tone does kind of shift with a different animation approach at some point, and it definitely kind of goes a bit too out there in my mind, but as a whole, it's really good, and I'd highly recommend it. So overall, everyone, I'm going to give Batman Ninja here, I'm going to give it an 84%. That's my rating, everyone. I really do hope you... Actually, no. I'm going to give it an 85%, everyone. I really do hope you enjoyed my review, and I hope you get the... I feel like the urge to sneeze now. But I really do hope you enjoyed my review, and I'd highly recommend it if you can find this movie. Anyway, you can. Till then, thank you for watching, and have a great day. Till then, bye-bye.